Good evening, everyone. This is update for March 9, 2022, day 14 of the war, end of the day. Let's start from the north and go towards east and south. So on the western side of Kyiv, there was no fighting because there was an evacuation day for civilians. So everything is on pause there. Russian troops are accumulating their forces and regrouping, preparing for major attack on Kyiv. The major development was on the east side of Kyiv, where Russian troops managed to penetrate Ukrainian defensive line northeast of the city and approach town of Brovary, which is essentially a suburb of Kyiv. And they attacked it, but were repelled. We believe this is just probing forces. What this also means that Russian forces, specifically 90th Tank Division and 2nd Mechanized Division, they probably resolving their problems with supplies, specifically with fuel, which they were severely lacking, and given that they have a lot of equipment, which means that the consumption of fuel is huge. So despite attacks by Ukrainian militia and just general logistical problems, it appears that they slowly resolving their problems and they amassing their troops for major attack on Kyiv. Further towards east and south around Kharkiv, there were no major attack on Kharkiv by Russian troops. It's just positional fighting. In Izyum, situation is stable. We believe that it will remain stable. We'll quickly look at the end at the situation in Izyum. Beyond that, if we move more towards south, towards Volnovakha, Russian troops are still trying to capture town of Volnovakha. This has been going on probably for at least 10 or 12 days now. Then Mariupol is still being attacked by 150th Russian Division. They made very small penetrations on the eastern outskirts of town, nothing major, just really no major progress. However, the most interesting development here on the southern front is this white line. It's extremely tempting for Russian troops to exploit this gap, and they realize that there is not much beyond the remnants of 36th Brigade preventing. So they move very little today, but they do try. This is not a major threat, but it's clear that Russian side realizes there is opportunity there. Then if we move towards south and then west into Mykolayiv area, it was actually a relatively quiet day. Russian troops are regrouping, preparing for major attack on Mykolayiv, but didn't happen today. Their scouting forces apparently were in Bashtanka and Snegurivka, apparently were withdrawn because they suffered some casualties and because the city is kind of blocking passes towards those towns. So they just probably decided to accumulate forces for major attack on Mykolayiv. Now let's look a little bit in more detail at the situation in Kyiv area. So specifically, we're just gonna cover the eastern side to save time. So you can see here that this is town of Brovary. Russian forces penetrated Ukrainian lines, and they attacked from three directions: from the north, then straight from kind of northeast, and then from the east. They were repelled. However, those are just probing, like scouting attacks. This is not major full-scale attack, and they amassing their troops here in the area of Shevchenko, between Shevchenkovo and Gogoliv. That's we don't know exact position of Ukrainian troops. We just understand that there are Ukrainian troops in town of Brovary, and then they probably somewhere south of Brovary and somewhere north of Brovary. Let's also look at the situation in Izyum, and we're just going to explain quickly why it's going to be stable. So the town of Izyum is now split in two halves. Northern is controlled by Russian troops, and southern, this kind of peninsular situation here, is controlled by Ukrainian troops. The blue line here is river. And this southern peninsula is commands upper ground. So basically, it's higher than the northern part. So at this point, it would be really suicidal to try to attack this peninsula. And so we believe that this is a stable situation there for now. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, thanks for watching.